Hey! My name is Say Reed, and we are here at WordCamp Los Angeles with the hallway track. And today, well, not just today, but right this moment, we have James Huff with us. And James Huff was sitting at the WooCommerce table, so we thought we would steal him and talk to him a little bit about that. Hello, James.
Hello.
So tell me what it is that you do besides lurk at sponsor tables.
Besides lurk at sponsor tables.
Well, why are you lurking at the sponsor table?
Why am I lurking at the sponsor
Really
table? I do support for Jetpack.
So this has been a fun last week for you.
Yes.
Jetpack recently updated to a new UI based in React.
Yep.
All JavaScripty and fancy pants. Maybe didn't make some users happy.
Well, we got a lot of useful feedback.
That is one of the greatest things I've ever heard. Useful feedback. You heard it here first. Tell me about some of this useful feedback and how you guys, did you anticipate it? Or, this is a big rollout, this is a big change for Jetpack, so were you prepped for that type of conversation, or what were your expectations heading into the launch?
Well, we anticipated that some feedback would be negative, and this is really the first draft, essentially, of the UI. So the feedback is really helping us a lot to think about what we want to change, what we want to add, what we want to move around. We have right in the dashboard of Jetpack, below the stats graph, we do have a bar that just says, if there's anything that you're looking for you can't find, or if you want us to add something, please let us know. And we're very open about that, and it's really helping us a lot. The React-based UI gives us a lot more to work with than the style or dashboard UI it gave us before. So,
what do you think, or what in your experience, how long have you been doing support? First, let me ask.
For Jetpack, or for Automatic, or for everything?
Both.
I've been doing WordPress support for almost 12 years.
You're a really happy engineer.
Yeah.
You're like the happiest engineer.
Support for all of Automatic for 6 years total at Automatic, and Jetpack for 2 years.
And are you part of the philosophical discussion about this? Are you part of the team that's redoing it, or are you just on the after end, you're just feeling the effects of the users, or are you involved in a creation as well?
I guess you could say we're kind of like user advocates. So we take what the users tell us that they want, we try to figure out why they want that, we try to figure out how to express that to the developers, whether it's a trend or if it's a one-off. Someone wants their stats graphs to be pink, it's probably not going to happen. But if 12 people, if 12 people can't figure out where to turn Photon on, we really have a problem.
This is true. Or where the contact form is. Not in engagement anymore. It's not in that section. Don't look there. It's not there. Not that I had a problem finding it on Wednesday.
It's there.
It's there.
We did add a search field to the settings now.
Yes,
so
I saw that.
You don't have to really figure out where anything is anymore. You can just go to this contact.
Type it in. So you guys had that. You had a big rollout. So in terms of big rollouts, there's always a lot of feedback that comes rolling in after your rollout.
Yep.
Is that what was that like this time? Because this is a really dramatic change for Jetpack. This wasn't just, here's some new modules or here's an update. This is like a whole new look and feel. So what were your, for that specifically, like was there a bigger reaction than you expected or not?
Well, there's a bigger reaction than we've ever had before, but it's also the first time we've actually called for feedback directly in the interface, right below the stats graph.
And is that where your feedback is coming from?
A lot of the feedback's coming in from that right now. Some of it's positive. A good majority of the negative feedback is just what I personally refer to as fixable feedback.
Constructive?
Constructive feedback.
Not rants.
Not rants. It's either feedback that helps us figure out where to go from there, or it's feedback where you can reply and say, hey, that's not gone, it's over here now. Now the user's happy, they know where that is. Meanwhile, I can take that back and go, a lot of people keep looking over here for the thing. I gotta fix that.
Gotta put the thing back.
Gotta put the thing back.
Put the thing back.
Yep.
So, obviously, if you're involved as a happiness engineer, you're Automatic, that means you're kind of expected or encouraged, I would say, to be a part of the community at some level, come to events like this, work the tables. When did you start doing that? Right away when you were working on Automatic?
No, I started in WordPress before Automatic. I started WordPress back in version 1.2, almost 12 years ago. And I got started in the community because I could not figure out how to turn off pingbacks. So I went on the support forums, and while I was waiting for an answer, while I was waiting for the answer, I went in the installation forum and was like, I just installed WordPress and it works. So I started answering installation questions, people who were having issues with how to set up a MySQL database or whatnot. I started helping out there.
That was like when you really needed to set that up.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that was when there was no help.
There was just like, you were literally setting up, it's like crafting the tables from like wood.
So that's...
It wasn't really. They weren't really crafting the tables from wood. Sorry. Don't want to be too literal. It did. It felt like it. It was like
you pulled out the wrong tool and you're like, what do I do with this?
So, so you started in that capacity, and then tell me, like, what was the first WordCamp that you ever attended?
WordCamp OC, which was the first WordCamp OC. I don't know when that was.
Long time ago.
So the years just blur now. Maybe 6 years ago.
10,000. I think I was going to say. I think it was 2010. Might have been the first WordCamp Orange County. Awesome. And then, were you involved as a speaker, as an organizer, as just an attendee? What was your role?
Just an attendee. I usually plan to just attend all WordCamps, and then I'd stay at like a sponsored table for all day long.
Right. Just hang out.
Yeah.
And then now that you are an automatician, you are going to a lot of WordCamps, or are you like, you only go to a couple? What do you do?
I go to the local ones when I can. So LA, San Diego, and Orange County. WordCamp US every year.
Well, the year that it's happened.
Well, yeah.
You went to WordCamp San Francisco.
I went to WordCamp San Francisco before WordCamp US last year.
Right.
WordCamp US this year, yeah.
Gotcha. The nomenclature, it's important.
Yeah.
Because it changes.
Yep.
So pay attention. Stay on board. All right, so what is your, aside from your automatic status, what is your favorite part of the community, the WordPress community?
The support team on WordPress.org.
So the volunteer support.
The volunteer support team, yeah. We work...
is it really a team if they're all just a bunch of free agents?
When I say team, I mean the moderators on the forums and in IRC. We work very close together, and it's really impressive to work with a group of volunteers that's incredibly welcoming to everyone around. We try to make sure that everyone who wants to help out and support feels welcome, feels like they are one of us, even though they don't have the moderator status, that we're all in this together and we're all helping each other, and that's been really impressive. Just a contract why that impresses me so much. At Automatic, we're doing our jobs. We're hired, we're paid to do our jobs, and if someone needs help doing their job, we help them with their job because this is our job.
Right.
And we do all this for money.
Right.
On WordPress.org, with the support team, it's the same exact thing, only none of us are paid.
Right. Doing it because they want to.
Yeah.
To give back to the community in general. I think that really makes WordPress a unique community for that reason. That kind of giving back. What are you've obviously, again, been with WordPress since like 1.2, did you say?
1.2.
1.2. That beats me by 2. I was 3, I was 2.5, something like that, I think. Although I was not building things.
The blue dash.
Very blue.
Yeah.
Very blue. Pre-Facebook blue is good. All right. So you've seen a lot of change, not just in in the last week, but over the course of that 1.2 all the way to 4.6 is like insane. But what are you most excited about, especially given your history, about what's coming up for WordPress?
The REST API, once that really gets off the ground, it's probably going to change a lot. There's I've heard a lot of theories about what people want to do with it, and that will really just change just the way that, just the way that WordPress is used in general. WordPress has gone from a blogging platform to a CMS, and then when the REST API hits, it's whatever you need a database for is now WordPress.
I actually have a term for that. So I teach a lot of introduction to WordPress courses, and I call it an FDI. So WordPress is actually an FDI. Do you know what FDI is?
No.
You shouldn't, because I made it up. So yeah, unless you're in here.
Something of investigation.
No, fancy data inputter.
There we go.
That's really
I like
what.
that.
Isn't that? That's really
I
what
like
it
that.
is. You can use it.
Yep,
It's
yep,
all yours.
yep.
Trademark Say Read Media.
Yep.
No, but so that's basically what it is, right? And so I think the REST API is just going to break that open and really make now you don't even necessarily have to have the back end, the dashboard's admin to input that fancy data. So now it's even be fancier because it can be whatever interface you want, making the magic happen. That is pretty
Looking forward
exciting.
to that. That's going to
Me
be
too.
game changing.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks for talking to us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, you guys. See you soon. Maybe. Maybe not.